Alright, today speed drills. Let's take a look here. Shoot. Here we go. Okay, 20 hours. It's better than 36 from yesterday. And I ran 3 miles instead of 4. Okay. Did I get a raise? Nope. That's right. But today's drills were strong, all things considered, so I cannot complain. Time to get my shower and let's take a look at our numbers.
Hey guys, welcome back. Today is Tuesday, week 4 of our 16-week sub 3-hour marathon training program. And as you know, if you've been following along, every Tuesday will be intervals or speed drills, however you wish to call them. And I went ahead and got everything pulled up so we can get started to kind of save ourselves some time. And I'll be happy to say that although I didn't train last week, if you watched the special video I posted yesterday, I go into all that for you guys. But needless to say, so basically having not done this for 2 weeks, I'm really pleased with the results. So I'll be sharing that with you in a moment. And as always, I'm going to start out our day with a shot of wheatgrass. And unlike yesterday, I'm not doing 2, I'm only doing 1. Alright, with that, not as sweet as yesterday, I don't know why. But with that, let's go ahead and get started. In case you're new to the series, every Tuesday we do intervals. Generally, I'm running. I have fixed locations on a street because when I get out the track, or when I get out about 4:30, 4:45 in the morning, any of the schools nearby me, their tracks are closed, so I can't exactly use them. So I'm improvising. I'm using 2 fixed reference points on a relatively quiet street, as far as like no side streets and things. And it just so happens that these 2 fixed points turn out to be 28 hundredths of a mile instead of 25 hundredths of a mile or a quarter mile. So my numbers definitely reflect a little bit longer of a distance, which is fine. But needless to say, in order to keep consistent with my training so I can monitor my progress, I continue to run the same 2 fixed points week after week. And as you may recall from week 2, week 1 I did 6 intervals. Excuse me, 6 intervals. And then of course with week 2 I did 4, and I'm choosing to go ahead and just kind of stick with 4 just good, hardcore, well committed intervals. Put on my A game, and when I look at all the results, I'm pleased to say that all things considered, some progress has been made. So with that, let's get started. As you can see, it's today. Garmin says it's today, be it they don't give us the date because it's today. But again, it's today, 6:13. Fine. The temperature this morning was actually nice and cool. I was really pleased. I enjoy the cool weather. If you've been following along, I'm usually running in the low 70s already, and we're talking. You can see here 4:52 a.m. So definitely cracking dawn as far as these guys are concerned. Anyhow, again, just cover my typical 3 miles. I spent 409 calories. You watched yesterday, you saw I dropped 1 point on my VO2 max because of a week's worth of not training, technically 12 days from last training day to current training day. And that's going to happen. I do plan to bounce back, so I'm not too worried. Although before I start showing you numbers, because VO2 had dropped just 1 point, believe it or not, heart rate was up. While performance was better, heart rate was up. And so a lot of times performance has to do with, especially in short distance, performance has a lot to do with your muscular capacity to run fast and haul your body weight down the street. Heart rate, or your cardio, that's where VO2 is going to come in. So although my body was able to deliver the goods, the heart had just a little issue with it, so that's why the heart rate was a little higher. But that's fine. That helps you understand why things were up a little bit this week. But anyhow, I've got everything pulled up. I even went back to week 1 and pulled that up so we can kind of give some apples to apples. Because if you remember on week 2, I openly admitted that I definitely needed to pick up my game on interval days and definitely apply myself and try harder. Well, today, although I'm tired, today I definitely did that, and you'll see. So, with that, as you know, the green lines are elevation, the blue lines illustrate pace, the flat line illustrates the roughly 3 minutes I spent resting in between each drill. Sometimes they went just seconds over, pending cars on the street, things like that. And then, of course, you can see exactly what my peak pace was each time I drilled. Again, this is my heart rate during the whole thing. Something I did want to share with you about heart rate. If you've ever had this problem, this is something I can't speak for all heart rate monitors. I used to have a Polar, which I still do, but it doesn't have GPS and all the fancy stuff that Garmin offers, at least the one I have. So Polar works well if you exercise indoors in a gym, because a lot of commercial gyms, the commercial equipment can actually pick up the heart rate strap from the Polar brand, and it displays it on the gym equipment in the gym. It does not register Garmin, but it does register Polar. But anyhow, with Garmin, I was noticing, especially in the cooler months, that I was getting maybe a quarter mile down the street, if that, I'm getting serious heart rate spike that I couldn't comprehend what was going on. I later figured out they had something to do with the static electricity between the running shirts I used, which I always run in like the cool, dry type of running shirts. Never just like street cotton, but like the cool, dry type. But for some reason, there was some sense of static electricity between the black chest strap and the shirt. And until my body created more moisture, more humidity, the heart rate was artificially spiked. Now, looking at this, I had that problem this morning, and we're going to blow this up here for a second. And you could see, right as I was heading over to where I do my speed drills, the same thing kind of happened. I had this crazy heart rate spike. Look at it, it's 179 beats a minute. Completely insane. Then what I did was, because I'm running with a Camelback, I ran ahead and spit some water from the Camelback into my hand, lifted my shirt, and then just rubbed the chest strap with it. Just rubbed the chest strap with the water, and after I rubbed the chest strap with the water, brought my shirt back down, continued running, and you can see here, once I did that, then the heart rate corrected itself. So pretty interesting on that. If you guys run outdoors or indoors, or you run with a chest strap, if you've ever had this kind of problem, especially like for the first mile, hopefully this helps to better explain what your problem might be, because this is what my problem has been. It's just a lack of, again, like I believe it's just a static electricity between the plastic chest strap and the shirt, the kind of shirt I'm wearing, that causes this artificial spike. And then again, after wetting down the chest strap with the water from my hand, from my Camelback, it corrected itself. So that gives you maybe a little quick fix if you have that same kind of problem. Now going back to this, and so we take a look here. I highlighted everything of interest. This was my almost first mile going out, cruising along here about 8:23. Actually, the average pace 8:26. Fine. Nothing big deal there. And then you can see all my drills. My first drill, I just wanted to see what I had. I hadn't run in 2 weeks. Wanted to see what I had. I pumped out a 6:01 pace over the course of, again, 20 hundredths of a mile. Not too happy there. Now on the way back, what I did was I set my Garmin or my watch to display average lap pace. So this way I could see through the course of that lap what my pace would end up at should I stop at that very second. And so I was using that as a way to kind of monitor my speed. Sometimes you could feel just by the reduction in agonizing pain, you could feel that you're slowing down. You could just tell. So anyhow, because I wanted to try to do something different with today's drills, I went ahead and decided, okay, if I ran a 6-minute pace the first time, let's see if I could hold a 5:45 pace the next time. And so you take a look here, and my average pace was 5:45, and that of course includes after my ramp up. Even though my average moving pace was a 5:38, my average overall pace from ramp up to stop/slow down was a 5:44. So not too bad. My second one, to be honest with you, I wanted to bring it down to like 5:30, but I was tired. I'm still not getting a full 8 hours sleep. So although Although I really didn't want to run this morning, I ran because I know you guys to some degree look forward to these updates as I schedule them. And so I'm like, all right, get myself out of bed, let's do this. And so 5:30 wasn't happening, but again, I got almost a 5:45. I'm thinking, okay, not too bad. Now at this time, you can see my average pace came down a little bit. Fine. Now, now ironically, then the third time I wanted to break 5:45. Excuse me, I don't have my water today. But you can see here, between 5:44 and 5:49, I was within 5-second pace. 5-second pace between all three, not gonna complain. Now I'm happy to say that my average moving pace on my fourth and final was definitely faster, but I know I faded. I just know I faded because I put on my A game, gave myself everything I had to offer, and this is what I got, which is fine. I'm not complaining. Now we look at these paces, we're saying, oh, there's a 5-second difference. But over the course of 28 hundredths of a mile, you'll see, in reality, 136.7, 1/10 of a second difference between my second split, my third split. And somehow it comes out with a 4-second overall difference. Okay, whatever. And then between third and fourth, I clearly put on just 2.1 seconds. All right, but all things considered, I'm really pleased with the consistency in these three. The first one, I'm not going to sweat it. It's a good warm-up. Let's see what your body has. But these three, I could set some realistic goals and I could work with them. And I was happy. I was really happy because you come over here, you can see my pace was pretty flat, as far as that kind of things goes. And considering the lack of rest I feel like I've had, not complaining. Again, you can see my strides were pretty much in line with how my strides normally are for these paces. Now, we're going to go back here to 2 weeks ago, and you can see I only broke the 6-minute pace once on my last time with a 5:36 average. And hang on, let's do this. So this way it flashes or flips over easy. There we go. And so you can see, shy of my warm-up, I was sub-6 all the way, fine. And my average moving was 5:35 in the last. Here, sub-6 on the last, average moving is 5:36. So clearly progress. I'm definitely happy with that because I definitely kicked butt basically 3 out of the 4 runs. I'm happy with that. And then we go back real quick here to what would have been week 1. You can see here May 23rd, and where I did 6, and you could see my average moving pace. I broke 6 a few times, but not too often. But I mean, clearly right there on the border. But realistically, here and here, I guess you say are the most comparable. But so yeah, again, my average stride length was about 143 and 47. Here, I could tell you, even though I was definitely running some good speed, my stride length was shorter. This, to me, kind of correlates with that sense of fatigue I was dealing with. Again, when you're tired, your body doesn't have as much to give, so it's going to do as much as it takes to get the job done and nothing more. But anyhow, so you can see, for week 4, nice progress. Now, come week 5 next week, we definitely kick up training to another level. Starting with week 5, these 20 hundredths of a mile are going to become half-mile drills. I'm going to go ahead and ideally, I'm going to sit there and do my best to maintain a 5:44, if not better, half-mile drill. So that's going to be what I'm looking to do next week, and we can go from there. And then, of course, Thursday we have our fartlek run, our 7-mile fartlek run, where I could sit there and put shorter speed drills in the midst of that. And you remember from week 2 I showed you that and how that worked. So I'm definitely going to use my fartlek run on Thursday to kind of work on increasing my turnover so that this 5:45 pace or so gets faster. So that's kind of the plan. Anyhow, again, I want to try to keep this short and on point. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them below. I'm always here to answer the questions, comments you have. If you haven't already, like definitely subscribe to the channel. Definitely like the video if you like the video. And I will see you guys next time. I'll see you guys Thursday after fartlek training, and we can talk about how things progress with that one. Until then, have a great day.